Hey there. Thank you so much for stopping on my video today. I am running my 4-day de-escalation academy, and we kicked off this morning, day one. And I received a question from one of my students that I thought was really important, important enough that I wanted to not only answer him in the academy, but bring the discussion here and we can talk about it. And so the question was from the young man, 99% of my communication with customers, he explained, is over email. Are the de-escalation tactics that you are sharing here in the academy relevant to written communications? That is, can I take what I learned here and focus on how to de-escalate in an email? And I appreciate that. I know that that's how we communicate with customers today. In writing, yes, we still have the telephone, but a lot of our interactions are over chat, over email, and even text. And yes, customers escalate over chat and email just as they would over the phone. And I think at first thought, we think this is an easier situation, but it can be challenging. And so that is exactly what we are going to discuss today. And I'm going to share with you 3 specific tips to help you preempt an escalation, or if you're already there in an escalated situation, how to de-escalate over email or chat. If you are here for the first time, we have not had a chance to meet. I'm Myra Golden. I work with customer service professionals just like you who want to deliver a fantastic customer experience. And sometimes you are overwhelmed, and sometimes you need just a little help redirecting intense interactions with customers. That's where I come in. I primarily help with empathy and tone, delivering bad news, and how to bring down the temperature, that is, de-escalate with your customers. If that sounds relevant to you, make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel so that you are the first to know when I release a new training video. So let's look at how do we de-escalate in writing. Now, first of all, if you have any doubt that customers will grow intense in a chat or email, let me put your doubts to rest. This happens, and it happens a lot. I was just reviewing a chat interaction, a thread of back and forth chat, where a customer was requesting a price adjustment. So she bought a product from the company, and then 8 days later, the price dropped. She's on a chat trying to get a price adjustment. A lot of companies will price match or adjust the price if a product you bought for them drops in price within 30 days. I just got a really nice price drop from Best Buy on a camera I bought, and they gave me a $100 credit after I reached out to them on my credit card. I do this at QVC all the time. I shop there all the time, and then things will go on sale. And all I have to do is reach out over chat is my preferred way, and give them my order number. They look it up. And if it's within 30 days, the price drop, I get a credit. So this happens a lot. But at this particular company, they don't offer price adjustments. It is very clearly stated on their website in that really tiny print, but it is there. So the customer is wanting a price adjustment. I think we were talking about $42.35, but that's $42.35. The agent explained, offered an apology, and explained word for word what is on the website, that the company does not offer a price adjustment. But the customer kept pushing back, as many customers would. I think I would in that same situation, especially because I am one who hunts for those price drops, and I usually get them. So the customer was pushing back. At one point in the chat interaction, the chat agent agreed to offer a promotional credit of $5. The customer pushed back because she wants $42.35, and who can blame her? The chat agent upped that to $10, so she doubled it. And that's good. You know, some people will take that $10 and walk away, but this is a customer who, not unlike myself, is pushing because she wants that full adjustment. So let me tell you where the agent went wrong. And this is my first tip for you. Avoid priming the customer. Avoid negative priming, to be more specific. You can inadvertently, okay, completely without realizing it, you could prime your customer to go over your head. So the customer's pushing back. She wants more than that $10. The chat agent typed, the most I'm able to offer you is $10. Okay. So when the agent said that, what she was saying to the customer is, this is my limit. Okay. I can't go any higher than that. But what that says to the customer is, I need to go over your head. So I want you to avoid priming your customer. Don't say the most I can offer you is $10. It would have been better to say, the most we can offer you in this situation is $10, no more. Okay, you want to be specific, you want to be definite, just like you would do if you were over the phone and you were in my De-escalation academy. I would tell you to punctuate your statement with a period, not 3 dots, not a comma. You would say, here's what I can do. We need to do the same thing in writing. So when you say the most I can do is, you are continuing that conversation and the person wants to go over your head. So do not prime your customer to go over your head. That is step number 1. What I would have done in this situation had I been the chat agent, we can offer you $10 and that is our final offer. My second tip for de-escalating over chat or email is to explain to the customer why you can't do what they want you to do. Studies show that when you tell a customer no, when you deliver bad news, when you tell them what they don't want to hear, if you give an explanation, if you justify why you can't do it, they are more likely to accept your word as final. They don't have to like it. They certainly won't love it, but that simple justification is enough to get the person to at least be willing to accept your word as final. All right, so here's how you might handle that. Giving an explanation to why you are not able to give a price adjustment. Regrettably, we are unable to apply a sale price adjustment to any order that has already been processed. A great way to get a good deal on every order is through our rewards program. And then you can tell them about your rewards program or anything that you might offer them that will make them happy. Let's say you're not going over that $10 promotional credit. Just explain why. We're not able to offer a sales price adjustment, but here's an option for you to consider in the future. My third point is, don't just repeat yourself. I see this often in chat interactions, not so much in email, but chat when we're in the moment and we're going back and forth. And a chat agent is trying to get the customer to accept their word as final so we can move on to the next customer in queue. Don't repeat yourself because that is going to upset a customer. Just like you don't say over the phone the same thing over and over again. All I can do is $10. All I can do is $10. But in writing, people do that a lot. And I don't think that you realize that. It is okay to reiterate the point. I'm not saying that you can't say it again, but you need to change the words up. You need to make it more conversational and friendly with a focus on moving that conversation forward. So if that customer pushes back, as was the case in this chat, come back another way, all right, when you tell them what you can't do. Here's an example of doing that. We can't offer a price adjustment, but we can point you to our rewards program for future savings. And again, I'm happy to give you a promotional credit of $10. That becomes active on your account immediately. So you are taking care to not prime the customer to go over your head by suggesting that this is all I can do. You're making sure to give an explanation. You don't just tell them what you can't do. You give a bona fide reason why you can't do that. You make sure you don't just copy and paste your reason over and over because people spot that. They don't like that. They get more upset. When you follow these tips, then you're ready to move right into closure. And following our example for the price adjustment, here is how I would move. If I were the agent, this is how I would move this to closure. Make your word final and you move that customer on, saying something like, I know this is not the answer you were hoping for, and I sincerely apologize for any disappointment or inconvenience this may cause. I hope the information that I have provided is helpful. So yes, my de-escalation tactics work over email, they work over chat. In most cases, the very same tactics that you would use over the phone are going to work in writing. The only exception is when I work on inflection. I do a lot of work in my academy on vocal inflection, specifically downward inflection. But everything else outside of tone and inflection will work in an email. I hope these tips help not only the student in my academy, but every one of you who serve customers, those challenging customers in writing. Thank you so much for listening to my ideas for de-escalation today. If you have found this valuable, please make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel so that you know when I release a new video. Until next time, bye-bye.